Hello and welcome to Sports 360 Degree on DD India, your weekly roundup of all the major sporting events across the globe. In today's episode, we dive into the seismic shift in the football world as Mbappe announces his departure from the PSG, with Real Madrid eagerly awaiting his arrival. We will also explore the Real Madrid dominance amid a period of transition and recap the latest UEFA Champions League action. Plus, we will preview the upcoming IPL matches on Sunday and dissect what went wrong for the Mumbai Indians in IPL 2024 and how Paris 2024 is gearing up to defend against the cyber attacks. Strap in for a whirlwind tour of the sporting landscape on Sports 360 Degree. But first up, the cover story you're tracking this week. And Kylian Mbappe has confirmed that he will depart PSG at the end of the season after spending 7 years at the club. The 25-year-old made announcement in a post on social media on Friday and also confirmed his final game for the PSG on Sunday. Mbappe has long been linked with a move away from the French capital and is expected to complete a long-awaited deal to join Real Madrid when his contract expires at the end of the season. French soccer star Kylian Mbappe has confirmed that he is leaving Paris Saint-Germain this summer ahead of an expected move to Real Madrid. The Spanish giant have long been linked with a bid for the World Cup winner, and it finally appears that deal will go through once the transfer window opens and when his contract expires.
C'est Kylian.
I wanted to speak to you. I have always said that I would speak with you all when the time comes. And so I wanted to announce to you that this is my last year at Paris Saint-Germain. I will not extend and the adventure will come to an end in a few weeks. I will play my last game at the Parc des Princes on Sunday. It is a lot of emotions, many years where I had the chance, the great honor to be a member of the biggest French club, which allowed me to arrive here, to have my first experience in a club with a lot of pressure, to grow as a player and of course by being alongside some of the best in history, some of the greatest champions, to meet a lot of people, to grow as a man, as well as with all the glory and mistakes I have made. First of all, I want to thank the teammates, all other teammates that I had, all the coaches, Unai Emery, Thomas Tuchel, Mauricio Pochettino, Christophe Galtier and Luis Enrique.
Certains qui étaient les meilleurs de l'histoire.
Mbappe's future has been unclear for months, but there is now an official confirmation from the player himself that he will be departing the city he was born in. Real Madrid had the opportunity to sign the global star last season but refused to pay PSG's hefty asking price and instead opted to wait until he became a free agent. This summer, he will likely to join Vinicius Jr. and Jude Bellingham in Madrid as the Spanish giants assemble one of the most talented squads of the modern era.
It was me, with my qualities and defenses, but I tried to give the best version of myself during those 7 years. But beforehand, I want to say thank you, because without you all, I would never have experienced half of my emotions I felt. And just for that, I am grateful for life. Thank you all. I hope we will finish this year with the last trophy. We are going to have good moments for what's left and believe that you will remain in my heart forever.
Europe's most sought-after player will officially become a free agent at the end of June, and all eyes will be on Real Madrid for their expected announcement of the 25-year-old joining them. Mbappe also has international duties to fulfill this summer with France as he looks to lead them to more international silverware at Euro 2024. Sports Desk, DD India.
201 buts.
Meanwhile, Real Madrid stands as a testament to their resilience, adaptability and determination. Despite undergoing a significant transition phase marked by the departure of iconic figures and ushering in of a new era, Los Blancos have continued to assert their dominance in the European football. The recent triumphs of Real Madrid in both domestic and the continental competitions serve as a reminder to their entire enduring legacy and relentless pursuit of the success. More on this exclusive report. Real Madrid once again demonstrated their legendary ability to stage comebacks, securing a thrilling 2-1 victory over Bayern Munich in the second leg at the Santiago Bernabeu, thus booking their ticket to the Champions League final. This season, their triumph in La Liga was sealed with a commanding 3-0 victory over Cadiz, coupled with Girona's win over Barcelona. With an impressive tally of 14 Champions League titles and 36 La Liga trophies, Real Madrid's dominance in Europe is undeniable. In the past, the iconic figures like Cristiano Ronaldo, Karim Benzema and Iker Casillas graced the club, supported by the brilliance of Luka Modric and Toni Kroos in the midfield. Despite the absence of Ronaldo, Benzema, with Kroos and Modric nearing the twilight of their careers, the transitional Real Madrid side continues to assert their dominance in European football. Their remarkable resurgence can be attributed in part to the astute leadership of their coach Carlo Ancelotti. Returning for a second spell in 2021, Ancelotti made history by becoming the first coach to win UEFA Champions League 4 times. His tactical acumen and managerial prowess guided Madrid to La Liga title in 2021-22 season, cementing his status as the only coach to clinch championships in Italy, England, France, Germany and Spain. Real Madrid epitomizes their sense of determination and ambition. Their relentless pursuit of success sets them apart, showcasing an unparalleled desire to reign supreme in European football. Narayan Singh's report for DD India. Real Madrid showed they remain the Europe's comeback kings as they reached the Champions League final, the dramatic 2-1 win over German club Bayern Munich in the semi-final. Joselu climbed off the bench to equalize following an error in the 88th minute, and 2 minutes later he scored again into the Bayern goal. Real has progressed to a remarkable 6th Champions League final in 10 years, and they will bid for a record-extending 15th against Borussia Dortmund at Wembley on June 1.
Of nerves, Real Madrid showed steely resolve to produce a spectacular comeback against Bayern Munich to reach Champions League final. Joselu's late double rescued them from the brink of elimination to reach the summit clash with a dramatic 2-1 second leg semi-finals win.
I consider myself to be one of many. At the end of the day, I think the whole squad has had an incredible year in every aspect. I think we all arrived at this point of the season in incredible form. It was clear that the match was going to be very difficult. If a Champions League semi-final isn't, then what is it? I think we really deserve it.
Alphonso Davies smashed the visiting German giants ahead in the second half, but record 14-time winners Madrid produced a sensational comeback with Joselu netting in the 88th and the 91st minute. Bayern Munich were left fuming following a late offside decision against them.
I think it's pretty clear and cannot be, in my opinion, any doubt that it's against every rule of modern football what happened there. The first big mistake is from the linesman. He did it in an action in the overtime with Alphonso Davies. He did it also. He raised his flag straight away when we switched side to Alphonso Davies. I don't know if it was offside. I got a strange feeling. To raise the flag in a situation like this where you can never be sure that this is offside. To have the balls, to have the guts, to raise the flag in a situation like this is a huge call, and it's a wrong call.
Real, who were better than the side throughout the game, piled on the pressure with Vinicius Jr. tormenting the visitors down the left channel. Real Madrid manager Carlo Ancelotti hailed the club's success in the Champions League as something magical.
It's something magical. There is no explanation for it. Bearing in mind that we played well, I think it was a difficult, complicated match. We had chances, control of the match, and then we were strong enough not to lose our heads when they scored, and little by little we got back in the game. I think it's obvious for me to say thanks to the fans, to say thanks to the club, and especially to the players who have done something this season that nobody expected, myself included. I did not think this squad was capable of doing what it has up until now.
A 4-3 aggregate victory sealed Real's progress to a remarkable 6th Champions League final in 10 years, and they will bid for a record-extending 15th title against Borussia Dortmund at Wembley on June 1. Sports Desk, DD India.
Meanwhile, in the other semi-final, Borussia Dortmund entered the Champions League final after a 2-0 aggregate win over Paris Saint-Germain in the return leg of the semi-final. The club reached their 3rd Champions League final and first since 2013.
Borussia Dortmund entered Champions League final after 11 years by a 2-0 aggregate win over Paris Saint-Germain. Dortmund showed great composure to reach their 3rd Champions League final and first since 2013 after Mats Hummels' second half goal earned a 1-0 victory on the night. Coach Terzic went to the Dortmund fans after the game and said he had to make up for the last season's failure to win the Bundesliga title after slipping up on the very last day.
Ja, schönen guten Abend. Ja, hört sich.
It sounds very good, a bit surreal, but seriously, we have made it. I believe that over the 2 games, we deserve to reach the final. When you win 2 games and keep a clean sheet twice against such formidable opponents, you deserve it. And we achieved that through a very good collective performance today. And of course of luck as well with them hitting the post. But today is a beautiful evening for us, for the club, and I am very proud of my team, my staff and the entire club. It's a very, very emotional moment, an extremely beautiful moment.
Wunderschöner Abend für uns, für den Verein.
Meanwhile, Paris Saint-Germain missed a golden opportunity to reach their second Champions League final. PSG have now lost all 6 legs of their 3 two-leg Champions League semi-finals after double defeats against AC Milan in 1995 and Manchester City in 2021.
El sentimiento es de tristeza.
It is a sad feeling. It is expected after not having reached our goal. I do not think we were inferior in the match or over the 2 legs. Looking at the 2 matches, we hit the post 6 times. The funny thing about soccer is that it is a sport that isn't always fair. I have to congratulate our opponent because Dortmund played a great knockout round. They had 2 complete matches with great intensity and we did not get it this time. The goal I have had since coming to this club is to fight for and compete for all the trophies. But without a doubt, I am very proud of the team. I love the attitude and behavior of the squad and all the players.
Los completos, una gran intensidad y
Dortmund will now meet either 14 times champions Real Madrid or Bayern Munich, who clash at the Bernabeu tonight after a 2-2 draw in the first leg. The final showdown is on June 1 at Wembley Stadium. Sports Desk, DD India.
Real Madrid supporters celebrate outside Santiago Bernabeu after Carlo Ancelotti's side won the club's 36th La Liga title. They hold a 12-point advantage over the second-place Girona, while Barcelona dropped to third with 4 matches remaining.
Real Madrid continued their dominance in Spanish football as they successfully clinched their 36th La Liga title with 4 games to spare, dashing the hopes of their closest rivals, Barcelona. Madrid's comprehensive 3-0 victory over relegation threatened Cadiz, which even with a lineup predominantly of bench players was enough to secure the title, as Barcelona stumbled to a 4-2 defeat against Girona. Real Madrid have lost only once in the league this season, holding a 13-point advantage over second-place Girona, while Barcelona dropped to third with 4 matches remaining.
It has been a fantastic league. I think we have deserved it with everything we did. The support from our fans has been fantastic, and we are obviously very happy. We have a very important challenge ahead on Wednesday, and we want to prepare it well to give another joy to our fans. Right now, for us, it's important to celebrate, yes, but a contained celebration, because our objective on Wednesday is too important.
Hundreds of delighted Real Madrid fans celebrated after Carlo Ancelotti's side won the club's 36th La Liga title. The win also secured Girona a spot in Europe for the first time after they qualified for next season's Champions League.
I am super proud. I feel very proud of supporting the best club in the world named Real Madrid. Best club in the world, and perhaps not only from the world. I don't know if they play football in mass, but if they would, Real Madrid would also be the best. Today is the 36th Liga title, but soon we will bring the 15th Champions League title.
Real can now turn their attention to a La Liga Champions League double as they get ready to host Bayern Munich in the semi-final return leg on Wednesday after snatching a 2-2 draw in Germany last week. Sports Desk, DD India.
Meanwhile, Bayer Leverkusen staged a late comeback to move into Europa League final with a 2-2 home draw against Roma and a 4-2 win on aggregate. With the win, Leverkusen set the longest unbeaten run in all competition, including European matches. Leverkusen played their 49th match without defeat to surpass Benfica's record set from 1963-65, but they had to battle for the second leg draw. Roma took the lead with a penalty from Leonardo Paredes, just before halftime, Paredes scored with another spot kick in the 66th minute after Adam Holczak's handball.
We are happy. We are happy to be in Dublin, to have another final. To have two finals in 1 week is unbelievable. Great effort again today. We showed great character after Rome's second goal. I saw in the boys' eyes that they believed in coming back, and I am very satisfied. Very proud of the team, and now we have this big goal of winning the 3 titles, and the team deserves all the 3 titles. So the difference. If we go by result, that is what counts. Yes, we are only at the beginning of our journey, and it leaves a bitter taste in my mouth this match. But also great confidence. We have a team that first and foremost has gigantic human values and incredible technical values. It's obvious that I don't prepare these players like Zabi does, but we have so many more skills that allow us to play the game and come out with our heads held high.
Meanwhile, Crystal Palace defeated Manchester United 4-0 in the Premier League match. Crystal Palace's 4-0 demolition of the United has left Erik ten Hag's men in real danger of missing out on European place for the next season as unwanted records continue to tumble. Meanwhile, United delivered a woeful display at Selhurst Park as first half goals from Michael Olise and Jean-Philippe Mateta gave Palace a deserved lead by the break. The defeat has left the United 8th in the Premier League table with just 1 win in their last 7 Premier League games. Now shifting focus to IPL, Chennai Super Kings will play Rajasthan Royals RR in a must-win game on Sunday at the M.A. Chidambaram Stadium in Chennai. CSK, having won 6 out of 12 matches, must win the next 2 games to qualify for the playoffs, while having 14 points may give them an outside chance on paper. They surely want to get 16 and cement their chances. They have won 2 out of their last 5 matches. Meanwhile, Rajasthan Royals are more consistent team. They have won 8 of their 11 matches and are enjoying second position on the points table. Rajasthan, however, are coming from 2 back-to-back losses, even though they are technically in for the playoffs with 16 points already from 11 games. The stadium's pitch is fair for both the batters and bowlers. It starts dry, aiding spinners, but slows down as the game progresses, making batting more challenging in the later innings. Mumbai Indians' campaign in the IPL 2024 has been marred by a series of challenges. Hardik Pandya's leadership has fallen short of expectation. Additionally, top-order batting has been inconsistent, with key players like Rohit Sharma and Ishant Kishan failing to make significant contributions. The bowling unit, apart from Jasprit Bumrah, has failed to make a substantial impact, especially in the power play overs. More details on this report. Captain Pandya took a toll on player Hardik. To pin the blame entirely on any particular individual would not be a fair analysis of Mumbai's troubles. A notable aspect among those is Hardik's captaincy. Hardik Pandya's leadership hasn't lived up to expectations, especially his performance as a new ball bowler. He struggled to contain runs and failed to take enough wickets, adding pressure on the team. Top order woes. Mumbai's top-order batsmen have struggled to make an impact, with Rohit Sharma's form dipping and Suryakumar Yadav and Ishant Kishan failing to deliver consistently. This puts extra pressure on the middle-order batsmen like Tilak Verma, Nihal Vadera and Tim David. Over-reliance on Jasprit Bumrah. Apart from Jasprit Bumrah, Mumbai Indians' bowling unit has failed to make an impact, especially in the power play overs. The new signings have been expensive, and the team has struggled to take early wickets, which has hurt their chances. Narayan Singh's report for DD India. Paris 2024 is gearing up to confront an unprecedented cybersecurity challenge ahead of this summer's Olympics and Paralympic Games. With the spectre of organized crime, activist groups and state-sponsored threats looming large, organizers are bracing for intense pressure on their digital infrastructure. More in the spot. Paris 2024 is getting ready to face an unprecedented challenge in terms of cybersecurity, with organizers expecting a huge pressure on the Games this summer. Organized crime, activists and states will be the main threat during the July 26 to August 11 Olympics and the August 28 to September 8 Paralympics. Paris 2024, who have been working hand in hand with French National Agency for Information Security and cyber security companies Cisco and Eviden, are looking to limit the impact of cyber attacks. French National Agency for Information Security is confident that Paris 2024 will operate from a cyber security operation center in a location that is being kept secret will be ready.
Donc là, en fait, on est en train de
We are simulating a response to an incident. This means a user calls us to report a problem at her workstation that seems to be a security related, so the team is intervening. They will plug in the USB key containing our various cyber security tools to gather traces so that they can be analyzed later by our teams at the center, including the CSOC.
Ainsi, on va pouvoir identifier.
To make sure they are in the game, Paris 2024 have been paying ethical hackers to test their systems and have been using artificial intelligence to help them to do a triage of the threats. In 2018, a computer virus dubbed Olympic Destroyer was used in an attack on the opening ceremony of the Pyeongchang Winter Games.
Today, the level of threat is the part of the context. The way we work is focused on the final risk, which is what could disturb the holding of the games. Today, we know that in any case, and it has been the case for all previous games, there are people who want to disturb the holding of the games. Their motivation and the level of expertise come second. What's important is that we need to deliver this competition and ceremonies.
The games will take place amid a complex global backdrop, including Russia's war in Ukraine and Israel's conflict with Hamas, which has been designated a terrorist organization by the United States and European Union. Sports Desk, DD India. Meanwhile, Brazil's football giants, including Neymar, Vinicius Jr. and Ronaldinho, are rallying behind fundraising effort for the victims of the devastating floods in the country. Using their huge social media presence, the stars of Brazil's most popular sport have joined hands with the local club players who have used their own jet skis to help people escape waters that have completely inundated entire towns. Neymar also endorsed the call for donations led by Brazil Football Confederation, saying helping is never too much. Next week, Michael Schumacher's family plans to auction off his personal luxury watch collection. Corina Schumacher, his wife, reportedly initiated the decision, having earlier sold assets. The watches, described as unique pieces, will be auctioned by Christie's in Geneva on May 13th. Michael Schumacher's family plans to auction off the legendary German F1 driver's personal luxury watch collection next week. This development comes amidst ongoing mysteries surrounding Schumacher's health following a severe brain injury sustained during a skiing accident in 2013. The decision to auction off Schumacher's watches is reportedly being driven by his wife, Corina, aged 55, who has earlier sold other family assets, including Schumacher's private jet and a house in Norway. Remy Guillemin, head of watches at Christie's Europe, said that timepieces stray from commercialized design since they were specially made and previously unavailable to the public.
It's 160 watches, of which 8 have belonged to the icon Michael Schumacher, Formula One racing driver and multiple driving world champion of Formula One. These watches include timepieces such as an Audemars Piguet as well as an FP Jaune, which each commemorate a specific driver's championship that he won and that were gifted by Jean Todt to Michael Schumacher. Jean Todt was his team principal of the Scuderia Ferrari, and Jean Todt and Michael were kind of both instrumental in assisting Ferrari to win multiple championships in Formula One.
The upcoming auction, to be held on May 13 in Geneva, Switzerland, by British auction house Christie's, will feature 8 watches from Schumacher's collection. Notably, 2 of these watches are custom-made gifts from Jean Todt, close family friend and former Ferrari boss.
The watches that we're offered are not only, memorabilia in the sense that they belong to Michael Schumacher. They are actually very specific and for the most part, in essence, unique watches. The Audemars Piguet wristwatch is a wristwatch that was made with Michael Schumacher in mind and that, does not exist anywhere else.
Schumacher sustained a brain injury after suffering a severe head trauma during a skiing accident in 2013. Schumacher's health remains private, with his wife stating in a 2021 documentary that they are focused on his recovery. Sports Desk, DD India. Meanwhile, a groundbreaking project has been launched in English Women's Super League to study anterior cruciate ligament injury prevention. The partners of the project, ACL, will work proactively with clubs and players in FA Women's Super League to better understand their current working environment, identify best practice and provide solution to support the reduction of the ACL injuries. The growing chorus of women's soccer players have called for a research into anterior cruciate ligament tears, one of sports' most debilitating injuries and one that women are between 2 and 6 times more likely to suffer than men. Project ACL is launched by several collaborating partners with hopes of reducing ACL injuries in the women's game.
It's really important, I think the players know that as well. I think with there being such a surge in high-profile players doing their ACL, so many players missing out on so many tournaments and games and affecting their career. I think more now than ever, female players really understand the necessity to have this information and implement it properly.
I think, for one, this project is so important because it hasn't been done before. I feel like we've been crying out for it for so long, and I feel like having FIFA Pro, obviously PFA, Leeds Beckett and Nike all combining and joining forces, it's a big statement, for one. And you've got so many incredible people coming together to create something that is hopefully going to be really amazing and transformative for women's football. And secondly, that you want it to be player-centred. It has to be. Players have said it for so long, haven't they? Players have a voice. And sometimes that's been dismissed a little bit. So firstly, about funding for women's football, I totally agree. But then ACLs has been a huge one. So it's listening to the players. What do they want? What do they see?
According to a UEFA study, a 23-player squad can expect to see 3 ACL injuries over 4 years. But while numerous high-profile players have made headlines to recent ACL tears, including Australia and Chelsea striker Sam Kerr, who tore hers in January, Project ACL will review existing research and injury reduction programs, study teams' resources and access to facilities, and track in real-time factors such as players' workload and travel. Narayan Singh's report for DD India. So that's all in this edition of the Sports 360 Degree. We hope you enjoyed it. Before we sign off, we'll leave you with the official Euro 2024 song Fire. Until then, stay healthy and keep cheering your favorite teams and athletes. Namaskar.